Next topic, setting the living room carpet on fire.
This one for me, for both of us, is more of a solo flight. Jill was heavily involved. We were left home alone, and we were 8, left home alone. Parents were still smoking, and so there was a lighter, and Jill had recently figured out how to use lighters, and she was asking for a piece of paper because I was drawing in my pad. And eventually I relented and gave her the paper, but instead of lighting it in the sink or anywhere, we just lit it at the edge of the carpet next to the kitchen. And Jill did not realize that paper would burn and burn her fingers, so she dropped it. And
how quick did the carpet go up?
Pretty quickly. Very quickly. And Jill panicked, freaked out. I ran to the powder room just around the corner and just put water in my hands and threw it on the fire, which did extinguish it, and so there was just a little black spot. When Mom came home from, I think, the store, not too much later, we blamed it on Laser having diarrhea on the carpet, and so Mom was on her hands and he's trying to clean it up for a good 15 minutes before she realized it wasn't diarrhea. I'm surprised it looked that similar to dog diarrhea.
That's true.
Staining the carpet.
Didn't someone do a mouthful of dirty dishwater? Was that Jill? Or a cup full of dirty dishwater? Which stained the carpet even worse.
I don't remember.
And what was the final reaction to that?
Well, I was sort of pissed that I was roped into it, because they liked to make, especially Dad liked to make these really wild psychological assumptions and accusations. He said, you wanted to see it too because you gave her the paper. I was just sort of bugged. She asked me so many times. I was coerced, and I solved it, you know. I mean, I could have let the carpet burn. I could have panicked, you know, but I actually fixed it. So we both ended up having to write 100 times these enormous paragraphs. I don't even remember what mine was, and I certainly didn't learn my lesson. But I did not get the shit beat out of me.
Did you?
Yes. We were sent up to our rooms. This was it happened at about 4:30 is when it was discovered that it was not diarrhea. And so the ball rolled from there. We were told to tell the truth, and we did. We were sent upstairs, and then Dad came home probably an hour later.
How do you like that gravel popping sound?
Still to this day,
yeah,
tenses me up. And but I was across the hall from Jill. He walked in, beat her ass, called us downstairs, lectured us, sent us back up to do some writing. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the day before school started. Because that morning, you were given a special, I guess, first day of school breakfast, and we were not given anything.
You get a beating and no food.
And there was a very sort of placid explanation. We were downstairs and we saw your leftover plate. And she looked at us and she said, well...
He's not an arsonist.
Pretty much, something like that. She said, well, you guys did try and burn down the house, so you're not going to get any. I do want to know, I do want to ask, and this doesn't have to be on the record, when you found out, when did you come home? Where were you? What were you doing?
I don't remember. I just think I was in another room. But when I heard about it, it was like Christmas morning for me, because I knew it was going to be an epic ass beating. And whatever took the attention off me I was all about it, especially when Joel got in trouble because it was very rare.
Right.
So I think I made you guys panic worse.
No, you were not home during this. You were not home during.
And so what was Dad's solution? He cut the burnt part out and
Yep.
put a square piece of carpet back in.
And it was there for years.
Years.
It was a nice little, it was always a nice little memoir. Or, memento, I guess I mean.